As you probably already know because you watch this channel, the 4th roster update of NBA 2K21 came out just 2 days ago, okay? And people have already reacted to it on Twitter, and they're giving their opinions, and it's actually getting kind of spicy to see what people think on Twitter, especially some NBA teams who are like kind of upset with some of these ratings. And I want to see if I agree with it or if you agree with it, and we'll check it out. Que pasa to the pack? It is Pack here,
AKA your mama's best friend.
Before this video starts, please be an OG, join the pack, and subscribe. Trying to get to 300,000 subscribers, and also join us on Twitch. A lot of videos that I film are on Twitch. I stream Monday through Friday. It'd be awesome if you could join. Now, I want to start off with the first one that I thought was actually super interesting, and that was the De'Aaron Fox one from the Sacramento Kings, and they said, that's it? +1 from an 85 to an 86? Let's understand a couple things about the Sacramento Kings right now, okay? If you look at the NBA standings, the Kings are 12-16, so not the most amazing record, but at the same time, they're in the freaking West, okay? It is not easy over here, man. You have a lot of juggernaut teams, and they're fighting for that play-in spot with the Mavericks, who, if we're being honest, have way more talent than the Kings, and yet the Kings are fighting. Look at the Kings' stats, okay? Look at De'Aaron Fox, low-key statistically, if you look at it, he's just carrying the team. 22.8 points per game on 33 minutes a game. He's averaging 7 assists, a steal, rebounds, and he's efficient. His 3-point shot isn't amazing, but he's still pretty efficient. So they're saying that he should be higher than an 86. Then again, Devin Booker, in my opinion, right? Let's just put example. Devin Booker is an 88. Or no, he's an 87. He's 1 overall higher than De'Aaron Fox. And if we're just being honest, Devin Booker's a lot better. Not a lot better, but better than De'Aaron Fox, if we're just being 100% honest with ourselves, right? Are you saying that De'Aaron Fox should have the same rating as Devin Booker? I don't know. There's a lot of context to it. It's not just about the stats. What De'Aaron Fox is doing is carrying a team by himself and still putting them in a playoff position in the hardest conference in the NBA, maybe even in NBA history, into maybe a playoff spot. So putting that into context, I mean, it's not that De'Aaron Fox shouldn't be the same rating as Devin Booker, but maybe they both need to have their ratings updated for sure. Max, I can see De'Aaron Fox as like an 88 overall. Max, but that's like it though, I think. I mean, some of the comments right here, it's 2K. The ratings aren't realistic at all, to be fair. Some people were really, hey, it rounds up to 90. Kostas Koupos is like, yeah, you know, right there. I guess you could say that, but it does round up to 90, but that's just not how ratings work, right? Everyone's saying 2K's trash, but I mean, well, we already knew that one. But yeah, I think he could be an 88. I think like max, he could be an 88. Up next, Ja Morant. So the Grizzlies Twitter is actually pretty upset about this one as well. They're like, this cap is real. Ja Morant, 85 overall. They brought him down. Oh my God, I cannot believe them. I love Ja Morant, bro. One of my favorite players in the NBA. It is, look what Ja Morant said about this. Bro, I'm glad I don't play the game. Like, and he's not even lying. Like, what are they doing? First of all, they haven't updated his hair, which is completely disrespectful. Just straight up 2K. But okay, 85 overall. Okay, if y'all want De'Aaron Fox to go up, then what is Ja Morant? What is Ja Morant then? He should be going up even higher than that. Let's just be honest. He's stupid good. He is like, when we talk about someone carrying a team, he is hard carrying the Grizzlies. The moment he stepped on the court with the Grizzlies, they've won way more games than anybody ever expected them to. Everything I said about De'Aaron Fox times 50 with Ja Morant. There's 13-12 in the West with like what? With Kyle Anderson? Bruh. They don't even have Jaren Jackson Jr. and they're winning because Ja Morant has been a demon, and because his stats go down a little bit because he comes back from injury, 2K is gonna drop his rating. Like, that doesn't make any sense at all. I've always said this: when a player comes back from injury, they should never ever be downgraded until like a month because they need a little bit of time to get back into rhythm. So why would you do that, 2K? It makes no sense. This dude's like, all you do is dunk, try shooting the ball like Westbrook. What are you even talking about?
Stop the cap.
It's fake. Okay, for real to stop. Okay, yeah, I have to agree with the Grizzlies here. Like, what are they even talking about? He's also should be like in the 88s. I don't even have to pull up his stats. I mean, I will just for y'all, if y'all want to, just to look at him. But like, I really don't even need to. It doesn't matter if it says 19.4 points per game, because it literally doesn't matter. His 8 assists are insane. His IQ is amazing. He's efficient, at least not in the three-pointer, but give him time. It wasn't last season, he was fine, wasn't he? I believe last season he did shoot fine. He shot 33%, which isn't amazing, but which isn't bad. I mean, once his 3 gets like falling down a little bit in time, because he's 21 years old, he's gonna be a 90 overall, like, I guarantee you. Okay, next one is one that I think I have to agree with. Is Steph Curry he goes +1 to a 96 overall. But let's just be honest, what Steph Curry's been doing with the Warriors this season, like what he's been doing, literally what I've said about De'Aaron Fox and John Morant, even more with Curry. People were slandering Curry and saying that he wasn't maybe even top 5 or even top 10 in the NBA because they were like, he was just getting carried by KD in those 2 years. Steph Curry is reminding us that even when he doesn't have Klay Thompson, he can still get his team into a playoff position and win more games than anybody expected. His second best player on his team is Andrew Wiggins, an 80 overall, and everybody says he's garbage, and he has been able to transform it into a new player, and they're winning games. 8th in the West, and they're even close to becoming 7th without their second best player. You can't tell me Curry shouldn't be in the MVP conversation. I think he needs to be a 97 overall, at least. 98 is kind of high, but we've had Curry at 99 before in 2K history. We've done it, so he's looking like an MVP conversation player. Now, I think Embiid's probably the MVP this season, but still, Curry deserves to at least be higher up. It's kind of ridiculous, and I think people even agree right here with the most liked comment. Steph should be a 98. That's a little high, but that is the most liked comment, and he's not even wrong. I mean, it could be, like, if we're just being honest. And then one that I had to talk about. Oh, wait, so they didn't update Damian Lillard at all. And, like, you can see here, like, Curry, CP3, who deserves it? Ben Simmons, LaMelo, Kemba. Like, there's some players that they talked about, but, like, one comment that even it didn't get a lot of likes, but I, like, 100% agree with it, is how TF did Dame not get an update? Bruh, how? Do you know how good Damian Lillard's playing? Oh my god, here we go. He's also in the MVP conversation. 4th in the West, okay? Even though last year they barely made it into the playoffs, right? Dude's averaging 30 just like last season in less minutes than playing. Almost 8 assists. His efficiency is absurd. His past couple games, 43, 31, 34 on 10 assists at least in all those games. He is playing out of his mind and carrying this team so hard. I mean, there is talent on this team, and Melo's also been playing well. Dame has been playing out of his mind, and he's also in the MVP conversation as well. If Curry's going up, I think Dame needs to be right behind him. I think Dame's a 94 right now. I think he should be a 96 with Curry 97. I think that has to be like at least in the conversation because like that's ridiculous. But the final one, and one that is super interesting to me, is the Hornets and LaMelo getting +2, 83, and Terry Rozier +2, 83. And so now they're tied. And Hornets fans saying that Terry Rozier needs to go higher and above LaMelo. I did think it's weird. I do think it's weird that LaMelo's pretty high on these and tied as the second best player on the team. You can't tell me that LaMelo's bad. I think he's clearly rookie of the year, but I think people are freaking out about how good he is. But I do think he's actually pretty solid this year. But Terry Rozier is a raw scorer. You know, he's kind of been inconsistent. I think that he does deserve at least 1 overall higher than LaMelo, but I think it's actually closer than people are trying to make it out to be, because people are pretty mad in the comments here. But then some people think that LaMelo have the same rating, that Terry should be at least at 85 or 86. I think Terry should be like 84. I think so. I think that's a pretty fair like place for him. I think he's been fantastic this year, and Scary Terry's really coming alive, and the money they paid him is worth it. So I think I agree with this one. I think this one's legit, and I think that I'd say that it's closer than people think, but Terry Rozier should still be higher. But what do you think? Leave it in the comments below. And if you like this channel, give it a sub, and I'll see you guys next time.